Hello, and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 28. I'm your host, Ralph. Today's topic is being mindful of when you are raptured by your mind into the past or thwarted into the future. To be mindful, stay in the present moment, like I always say. I hate being a broken record, but it's really tough to stay in the present moment because there's always past experience that captures the mind. But when we go out into nature, we escape the mind. We take in the lessons of the trees. And the tree said today that stop writing on my deceased brethren and look up and live it. Because my operator always wants to write everything down without living it and not just take it in. Because she wants to share so much. And sometimes it gets overwhelming. We got lots and lots of stuff to share. Yeah. There was a picture of me the other day going through the paperwork. So today's topic, be mindful of when you're being raptured to the past. There's a lot of stuff going on to remember that your mind is your receiver and you can change your mind. You say, I don't want to be in that. No, I won't. I can change the channel, change your mind. And it's hard when you're stuck in your mind, but you can rise above your mind and change it. And it's not always easy, but when you're more mindful of when it's happening, you can get back to the present moment easier. Because don't just rush when you're with people, because that's the problem. People want to schedule dates and times and time travel in the car. That's basically time travel, because most people have a time set that they're going somewhere. But if you just let it flow and be with the people that you're with and be present with them, not on the phone or thinking of other things. And it's hard because the mind gets distracted. There's very many distractions out there to try to rapture the mind away from the present moment. I care a lot about this Mercury retrograde going backwards. And then, interestingly enough, they just released the new Mario movie, rapture people back to the past of time that they liked the game. It was popular time back then. But it's another distraction to rapture you into the past. And they're playing the game. You're playing the game, you're distracted from the present moment. If you're playing the game, being programmed. Be in the present moment. And sometimes it's a scary place because it's yourself with you, but you're not alone. Solitude is the realization that you're not alone. We are all one family. There are many benevolent beings that have not manifested yet, or they just decided to stay there to be companions and help us when we feel the most lonely, because we're never alone. So understand that, regain the power of your mind, and understand that the mind is a precious receiver that needs to be leashed and disciplined by its owner. So control your mind, change your mind. If you feel in a certain way, say, no, we're not doing that today, and do something you didn't expect to do. And that helps. Planting helps too. Planting, being in nature, being with the trees, and just trying to co-create a better version of yourself. Remember, rapturing in the past is like birthdays and calendars and all that. Holidays. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I'm just saying don't be attached to it, because it's really the circle of dust. Just don't think about that. Just think about being with the people that you're with on the holidays and the birthdays. Being with others. And not so attached to the dates and things, because that is illusion. They say that today is Mercury in retrograde, and why are we thinking about that when we're supposed to be focused on Earth and how we're improving with Earth? Everybody wants to look up and away from Earth, but we need to be look up and look back down on Earth and say, how can I create a better version of myself and bring Earth the love and loving system that she deserves to have. Because we are all family. And we need to help each other when we get stuck in the past, trapped in the past. And you can create positive memories, of course. And the past is part of you, but we're in the present moment is where it is. So that's why people get stuck in the past and then they age. That's why somebody look from the past in the present moment is aged. Because they remember that time that they can't let go. But if they let go and they come into the present moment, then the aging process can be halted. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's the thing, is people cannot let go. So it causes aging and sickness and decline. But if you let go, be in the present moment, look at another human being, no matter what, and when you look into the eyes of another human being, that you see a piece of yourself, because we are one another. For so long we looked at each other as separate physical beings and just physical. And they were blind to the true unity that nature had bestowed upon them. Unity is sacred. So many people get separated by names. Name calling is divisive. And it subscribed to labels. It's all divisive. Don't follow anybody. Don't just follow your path, your true path with nature. Because nature beams whatever translation you need into your head to help you learn how to be a better human being, and where you can improve, and who might need you to be there for them. That's what it's all about. Taking care of each other. Not followers and likes and whoever did that or whoever did this. But just be genuine and have genuine conversation. And sometimes just sit with somebody. You don't even have to talk. Because talking has got humanity into trouble for a long, long time. Look in each other's eyes. That is the sacred communication language. Looking in one another's eyes, which a lot of people are very afraid to do, because it basically you're looking at yourself. Looking at yourself. Somebody is in there. That's part of you. So remember when you be raptured into the past, because that was what the conversation started about. But then I got off on some tangent. So interesting things I'd like to talk about in future episodes. So my apologies if in a future episode this is repeated, because I am trying my hardest not to be a broken record, because I do not want to perpetuate the circle of dust. So day by day we work on it. One day we'll get it right, but we're working on it and we're doing the best that we can. And as long as you're being the best you that you can be right now, that's all that matters. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week.